No, 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 no. This is another third take for me for the Kershaw Skyline that we're going to be looking at here today. I just want to give you my take. I know there's a lot of reviews out on YouTube. I appreciate you clicking on mine. Hopefully mine will help you out in maybe ways others cannot and entertain you a little bit. Subscribe, comment afterwards. I'm always throwing up new blades that you can check out, and I try and be as objective as possible and give you just my take on them. So this is the Kershaw Skyline, close to small EDC perfection. Not quite there, one or two little things, but aside from that, amazing, just mind-blowing. This particular blade, give you quick specs, we got a 3 1/8 inch blade, hollow grind, made out of Sandvik 14C28N, made in the USA. Closed length is 4 1/4 inches. You got lanyard hole, G10 Scales, weighs 2.3 ounces, super lightweight. Finger flipper or thumb stud deployment, tip up, tip down, pocket clip, right-handers only, liner lock. So those are the basic specs for you. We'll jump right into it here. We got a really good Sandvik Steel, patented by Kershaw. Kershaw owns the rights to make this particular brand style of Sandvik material. And this is a really good Rockwell hardness. You're looking right around AUS 8, 8CR13 MOV, just a little bit different, a little bit higher quality, just barely. Close to the same edge retention, maybe a little bit more. This edge does hold an edge very well, particularly for EDC task opening packaging, maybe slicing up some food, cutting open boxes, all that type of stuff. But this hollow grind is razor sharp out of the box, just stupid sharp. And I've been rocking this now for about 6 months. And handed it off to my wife. She used it for about 6 months, and so we've had this for about a year now, and just been very impressed with the overall ergonomics and edge retention of this blade. I'm probably going to touch it up now, but it's been almost a year since I've had to touch this blade up with regular everyday use. So that's the hollow grind. Prefer full flat grind, but this hollow grind isn't bad. Kershaw on one side, the model number 1760. USA made. We got a spear point design, so it gives us a good amount of belly, not the best, but good amount of belly, so it's going to slice well, penetrate really well. Got a really detailed tip, very fine, so you can do your detail work. And I will say it's semi-reinforced down to about right here where my thumb is. It's still pretty thin. You do have to be definitely careful with this. Let's see here. You can just see here, Spyderco Tenacious, about the same price. Definitely has a thicker tip, a little bit stronger, more durable. But no complaints. Again, a year's worth of use without any chipping or breaking on that particular tip. Pretty thin blade, too, so it's going to slice really well. Pretty thin blade in comparison to a lot of other ones, and that just cuts down on weight. Let's go ahead and go to deployment. We have a finger flipper, which is large and in charge. Perfect, feels comfortable to the hand, but large enough that you can get really good whip out of it. This is not open assist, but man, this just flies open every time. It just amazingly well designed finger flipper design. Does come with thumb studs, but they are close to the G10 and level with actually shorter than the G10, so it's kind of difficult. You can get them, but I mean it's designed and works best with the finger flipper. The thumb studs can be deployed. I just prefer and recommend the finger flipper because those thumb studs are really close to the G10 and just not tall enough. So deployment is awesome, super smooth. I believe we got one brass, one nylon bushing in there, so relatively good length of time. I mean, again, a year, and that's for me, that's a good amount of time. If a knife can hold it for a year and look this good and still cut and slice and hasn't been, destroyed or, lost its edge repeatedly, that's impressive for me. So a year's worth of good utility use is very good. No thumb ramp, but going on to how it feels ergonomics, no thumb ramp, but feels really comfortable in your hand when you are holding it. Nice flat area for your thumb to rest. Sits perfectly right there on the back of your thumb. And you have a huge thumb choil, huge finger choil right there. Works great, is going to lock up really well. So with stabbing use as well, this is a great lockup, and you're not going to go sliding up on the blade and maybe hurt yourself. G10 Scales, great texturing, not too much, not too little. Fantastic G10 Scales. The only complaint I have, and because it feels a little small in my large size hands, is this up sweep on the back of the handle versus, say, on this Spyderco Tenacious, there's a bulge and then it sweeps down. So that it kind of does the opposite. The Skyline kind of does the opposite, sweeps up, and it just doesn't fill out my hand like I would like to feel. I wish that this was full, a little bit fuller. Like if they just left this a little bit larger, then it would have felt a little bit better in my large size glove hands. But aside from that, I still got plenty tailing off the back end there. And just ergonomically, it is very thin, so you're not going to even feel it. And under 3 ounces, even under 2.5 ounces, is super lightweight. So you're not even going to feel it in your pocket. It does only have one liner, and that's where you get the lightweight, and then just G10 on the other. Going on to Lockup, we got a liner lock, which works great. No blade play, left, right, up, down. Purchases perfectly, nice and thick. No complaints with that Lockup at all. Nice jimped, so I can grab it easily and close it easily. Centering is dead center and perfect on this particular blade. Whips out. I don't even have to flick my wrist, and that thing just flips out every time. Finally, pocket clip. Very strong pocket clip. Tip up, tip down, which I love and is awesome. It does ride really high, though, when you carry it tip up. You're looking at definitely over an inch sticking up, I would say, over out of the pocket. So you have a lot sticking up. You do have a lanyard hold there, but that is a lot to try and grab. It would have been nice if that was just designed a little bit better, or they just moved this up even half an inch, quarter inch, and it would have been just a little bit better. But very strong, durable pocket clip. It will tear up your jean pockets. I've trashed my jean pockets because of the G10 rubbing up against this particular pocket clip. So I'd recommend maybe rubbing those down, just sanding it just ever so slightly underneath the pocket clip. But other than that, I mean, aside from a little bit of an ergonomic problem with the handle, very slight, but this is just an easy EDC blade. For an American-made, around the $35 to $40 mark knife by Kershaw, there's not a lot you can complain about. And in fact, I would probably take it over some other more expensive knives. I would carry that over, say, a Benchmade mini Griptilian, which is about in the same ballpark in both weight and size. I would definitely take the Kershaw Skyline over, say, a mini Griptilian. Definitely over, say, I'm trying to think of like a couple other ones. I'd say definitely better quality than, say, a Spyderco Persistence. So, I mean, for $40, you really can't go wrong with this U.S.-made Kershaw. So, hopefully that helps you guys out. Thanks for watching. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and I will see you out there.